Hello students. Now today we are going to start the next topic of your unit 4 first chapter, that is nothing but phase shift oscillator. But before going to your phase shift oscillator, first I want to revise you about the previous videos, previous class what we have studied. That is nothing but we have studied about two topics. First one is like introduction of oscillator, and next is like Barkha-Hassan criteria for sustained oscillations. Okay. Now, what is this oscillator? Oscillator is a device which will generate the output in the form of sine wave without any AC input. How it will generate? As long as the DC power supply is connected to it. Okay. So now these oscillators, classification of oscillators are like according to the waveform generation, it is of two types. One is like sinusoidal and another one is like relaxation oscillators. So sinusoidal oscillators means what? Sinusoidal oscillator means which will generate the output in the form of sine wave. Okay. And relaxation oscillators are what? Which will generate the output in the form of square wave. Okay. Now we went for sinusoidal oscillators. Sinusoidal oscillators, like they are four types. First two will be like RC. What do you mean by RC? And the next two will be LC oscillators. First two will be RC oscillator, and the next two will be be LC oscillators. So what do you mean by RC oscillator? RC oscillator means with the help of capacitor and resistance we will be giving feedback, and LC oscillator means with the help of inductor and with the help of capacitor we will be giving the feedback. So that is nothing but LC, and RC means with the help of resistance and capacitance. Okay. So here in this oscillator we are having, in this oscillator, RC oscillator means in oscillators we are giving the feedback with the help of resistor and capacitor, and LC means we are giving the feedback with respect to L and C. So there are four types of oscillators, as you all know. One is phase shift, Weinstein, Hartley and Colpitts. Phase shift and Weinstein are nothing but they come under RC oscillators. Means for them we will be giving the feedback with respect to resistor and capacitor. And LC, like Hartley and Colpitts, these two will be coming under LC oscillators. That means we are giving the feedback to these two oscillators with the help of inductor and capacitor. Okay. So feedback circuit of these two will be consist of inductor and capacitors, and the feedback circuit of phase shift and Weinstein consist of capacitor and resistance. Okay. Now next we went for non-sinusoidal oscillators, that is also known as relaxation oscillators. Relaxation oscillators are nothing but which will generate the output in the form of square wave. Okay, it will generate the output in the form of square wave. Square wave means like this. Okay, and triangular wave. You all know what is square wave and triangular wave. It is general. Okay. Now these relaxation oscillators will be of two types, that is multivibrators and blocking oscillators. So multivibrator is your second chapter of your unit 4. Okay. So you will be studying in second chapter detail about multivibrators, but before that you should know the basic definition of multivibrator. Already I have explained you in the last class, but once again I am giving you the recap. Multivibrator means it is a device which can generate the output in the form of square wave without any AC input, as long as the DC power supply is connected to it. Okay. Then there are three types of multivibrators, that is a stable multivibrator, monostable multivibrator and bistable multivibrator. Okay. Now after this introduction part we went for the very important part. The next very important part is nothing but our what Barkha-Hassan criteria. Okay, already we have studied about Barkha-Hasan criteria in our previous video. But before going to the phase shift oscillator, what is the main important concept? You should know what is the Barkha-Hasan criteria perfectly. Okay, remember it. Once again, I am giving recap for the Barkha-Hasan criteria. Barkha-Hasan criteria is not Barkha-Hasan is nothing but the name of the inventor who has invented the oscillators. Okay, what it indicates that he has invented the oscillators, and instead of keeping other name, he has kept his name only. So what is his criteria? Criteria means that we should get two things. Oscillator means we need two things. First, we need output in the form of sine wave. Second, input should become 0. So these two things we have seen in our previous class, that is nothing but Barkha-Hasan criteria. Okay, so for knowing more about Barkha-Hasan criteria, we should first let us consider an amplifier. Okay, basic amplifier with the gain A. Then feedback network, we should consider a feedback network. That feedback network is nothing but, we have to draw it, and then we should take the input as Eg, output is E0. Okay, now when this Eg is the input and E0 is nothing but output, beta is the feedback fraction. So beta E0 is going to the input block from the input block to the amplifier. So when you want to confirm the Barkha-Hasan criteria, you should derive the derivation. In derivation, what we have done? We have written the equation as Eg plus beta E0, which is equal to E0. E0 is nothing but what? Obviously, output. So now we will write, and this Eg plus beta E0 will amplify A times. Okay, it will be amplified with A times. So what you will get? Eg into A plus beta E0 into A is equals to E0. Then from the equation, this is my previous class. Already I have explained you in my previous class. Derivation also I have derived in the board, everything. But just I am giving a recap so that before starting the phase shift oscillator, you should be known again important concept of Barkha-Hasan criteria. What is this criteria? You should know bolke I am explaining you once again. Okay, so Eg into A plus beta E0 into A is equals to E0. So from this equation, Eg is like important for us, because from Barkha-Hasan criteria we should get the confirmation that input is becoming 0 or not. Okay, if input is becoming 0 only, means we will get the sustained oscillation condition. Barkha-Hasan criteria for sustained oscillation. That means when Eg is equals to 0, when input is equals to 0, what is happening? When input is equals to 0 means what is happening? Obviously, you will get the sustained oscillation condition. What is the sustained oscillation condition? 180 degree plus 180 degree. Okay, sine wave 180 degree plus 180 degree, that is equal to 360 degrees. That is known as sustained oscillation condition. Okay, now after this we will take Eg is equals to beta E0 E0 minus beta E0. So E0 is 2 times, we will take common E0 into 1 minus beta A. Then in the above equation, what we will do? We will substitute beta A is equals to 1. What it will be becoming now? Beta A is equal to 1 means 1 minus 1 by A. Eg is equals to A. Eg A is equals to 1 minus beta A. Okay, into E0 by A. This A we will bring down. Eg will be what? Eg equal to 1 minus 1 by A. Beta 1 minus 1 by A means nothing but what? Eg is equals to 0. So Eg is equals to 0 means what? Input is becoming 0. Input is becoming 0 means what? Obviously we will get the condition for sustained oscillations. Sustained oscillation condition is Eg is equals to 0. That means input should become 0. When input is becoming 0, obviously it is no problem for us that to get one important concept. What is the important thing? When input is becoming 0, you will get the waveform sustained oscillation waveform, that is 180 degree plus 180 degree, that is equal to 360 degrees. Now main important concept is what to be remembered by you, that when the input is becoming 0, that is the main important concept. Input is becoming 0 at beta A is equals to 1. Input is becoming 0 at beta A is equals to 1. Okay, it is like compulsory. When input is becoming 0 as beta A is equals to 1, that beta A is known as what? Beta A is known as Barkhausen criteria, means it is his condition. At this point your input is 0. That means what is happening? Then since the input is 0, obviously easily you will get the output of oscillator, that is nothing but sine wave, that is 180 degree plus 180 degree, which is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, now this 360 degrees is nothing but what? Our sine wave waveform. Okay, like this waveform will come, sine wave, positive to negative. So 180 degree plus 180 degree, that is nothing but 360 degrees. So what is the condition? You will remember from Barkhausen criteria that beta A is equals to 1 is known as Barkhausen criteria. Why? What is the reason? Because when you are substituting beta A is equals to 1, output you will be getting sine wave obviously, and input is becoming 0. When you are substituting beta A is equals to 1, input will become what? 0. That you have to keep in your mind. When input is becoming 0, obviously, or you can get easily the output in the form of sine wave, that is in this form, sine wave. Sine wave will have what? Positive cycle and negative cycle. Positive will be 180 degree, negative will be 180 degree. Both will be like 180 degree plus 180 degree is nothing but what? 360 degrees. Okay, so now what you have learned from the previous classes, the important concept you should remember. First you should remember the oscillator definition. Oscillator is a device which will generate the output in the form of sine wave without any AC input as long as the DC power supply is connected to it. Then you should remember the multivibrator definition. Multivibrator is a device which can generate the output in the form of square wave without any AC input as long as the DC power supply is connected to it. Okay. Then you should remember about Barkhausen criteria for sustained oscillation. In Barkhausen criteria, who has inverted, that person only they have kept their name. He has kept his name. He has kept his name like Barkhausen. Means he has given the condition that whenever you will consider an amplifier also, but if you will give the condition as beta A is equals to 1, that amplifier input will also become 0. So when the input is becoming 0, that will act as what? Oscillator. And oscillator will be using what type of feedback? Positive feedback. Okay, then so from the Barkhausen criteria you have studied two important condition: input is becoming 0 and sustained oscillation condition. When input is becoming 0, sustained oscillation condition is what? That 180 degree plus 180 degree, that is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, now we will be starting after these two topics. Now we will be starting a very important topic of your unit. Now we are entering into the very important topic. Barkhausen criteria is also very important. They will be giving you in the short compulsory answer, short answer. Okay, Barkhausen criteria. Long answers will be like from phase shift, Wien's bridge, like that, oscillators. So today onwards we are starting a very important topic. Today I will explain you only about the diagram, how to draw the diagram of phase shift. In my next class I will be explaining you about the detailed concept of your phase shift oscillator. But now today we will start our phase shift oscillator circuit. Okay, so that you should be perfect in your phase shift oscillator circuit. Okay, so in phase shift oscillator you can learn the diagram perfectly today. Then in the next class I will be dealing with the brief description of phase shift oscillator. Now I am starting phase shift oscillator, that is nothing but the next topic of your unit 4th, that is first chapter, uh, that is nothing but phase shift oscillator. Now we will start phase shift oscillator. Okay, in phase shift oscillator now we will be drawing the diagram of phase shift oscillator. Now we are starting phase shift oscillator topic, very important. Diagram is also very important, listen carefully. Now we will be starting the phase shift oscillator, that is nothing but your very important topic in your syllabus, phase shift oscillator. Okay, phase shift oscillator is also known as RC phase shift oscillator. Why you are calling it as RC phase shift oscillator? Because we have to draw the feedback circuit in the oscillator itself. So when you are drawing the feedback circuit in the oscillator, what you have to do? You have to use capacitor and resistor. So RC oscillator is nothing but phase shift oscillator. R you can call RC phase shift oscillator. Okay, or you can simply call it as phase shift oscillator. But when you are calling it as RC phase shift oscillator means what? RC phase shift means here it is indicating that you are including the resistor and capacitor in the feedback network. Okay, and when you are including resistor and capacitor in the feedback network, obviously that circuit is known as RC phase shift oscillator. Okay, so there are two types of RC oscillators, one is phase shift and one is Wedge bridge. First we are starting phase shift oscillator. Okay, now for studying this phase shift oscillator, first you should know the circuit diagram. Okay, so today, like after introduction, now I will be telling you the diagram of phase shift oscillator, so that you should be perfect in your phase shift oscillator diagram. Okay, now how to draw? First you should take one NPN transistor, then one resistor, here also one resistor, here also one resistor, here also one resistor. This is R1, R2, CE, okay, RL. Then this is RE. Then here you have to draw CE. Okay. Then next, after that you have to give RC. RC means what? Like you have to give the feedback network. Feedback means capacitor, resistor is connected in the form of ladder. Capacitor, resistor, then capacitor, then finally resistor. This resistor directly should join to the input. Okay, this resistor should join to the input. Okay, this is C and R, C R, C R X. Okay, okay, C and R, C R, C R, C R. Okay, so what is this? Now you can write here plus VCC. Okay, DC power supply. So this is your circuit diagram of RC phase shift oscillator. In this, what you have seen, this is the feedback network. How you can tell this is the feedback network? That by seeing this, you can see here the output of this is again coming back to the input. Okay, so by that we can confirm that output of this is coming back to the input. This means that it is the feedback network. So in the feedback network we have drawn CR, CR, CR. Okay, so in our next class I will be telling you the brief description of phase shift oscillator. Now but here you should be perfect in your circuit diagram. That's why I have drawn it, so that you should be perfect in your circuit diagram. Okay, so today we have done recap of your previous classes, as well as we have studied only the circuit diagram of your phase shift oscillator. Okay, so what you have to do for phase shift oscillator? Base, collector, emitter. This is the diagram. First you should draw the transistor, then you have to draw resistance R1, R2, RE, RL. Okay, then emitter bypass capacitor, then you have to draw CR, CR, CR. Okay, that is nothing but what? Your RC network. Okay, then you can ground this. Okay, and last resistor is coming and joining to the input. That means when it is coming and joining to the input, that means what? That is nothing but your feedback network. Okay, because output is again coming back to the input is nothing but what? Feedback network. Okay, so in my next class I will be starting the total brief description of your phase shift oscillator, but today I have said you this much circuit diagram only with the previous class introductions, so that you should be perfect in your circuit diagram, because this phase shift oscillator is very important topic. So in our next class we will be dealing with the brief description of your phase shift oscillator. Okay, thank you.